Namaste to all. Welcome to the online classes of Vivekananda Pre-University College, Puttur. I am Shruti. We were discussing miscellaneous exercises. So, in this class we will continue with that. The first question, that is 7th question, we had solved 6 questions in the previous class and we are going to solve the 6 more in this class. 7th question is, let f and g, f comma g be functions from R to R, be defined respectively by f of x is equal to x plus 1 and g of x is equal to 2x minus 3. These are the two functions f and g defined like f of x is equal to x plus 1 and g of x is equal to 2x minus 3. Okay? Find f plus g, find f plus g, f minus g and the quotient f by g. Okay? This is the question. See, we are given two functions f and g. You know how to calculate f plus g, f minus g and the quotient f by g, and you also know the multiplication of two functions and all. Okay? Without much delay, let us calculate. F plus g of x is equal to, by the definition what is it? F of x plus g of x for every x belongs to the domain. So, what is f of x here? F of x is x plus 1. What is g of x? G of x is 2x minus 3, okay. By adding this what I will get? 2x plus x is 3x, 1 minus 3 that is minus 2. This is the function f plus g of x. I hope you are clear with this. Now coming to the next one, f minus g of x is equal to, what is it? It is by the definition what is it? F of x minus g of x. Okay, what is f of x? See, f minus g of x is by the definition f of x minus g of x. What is f of x? F of x is x plus 1. X plus 1. What is g of x? G of x is 2x minus 3. Okay, opening the bracket what I will get? Minus 2x minus minus plus 3, be careful here, okay, x minus 2x that is minus x plus 1 plus 3, what is it? Plus 4. So, minus x plus 4 is the answer here. It is the required answer. So, f minus g you have calculated. Now, coming to the third problem, that is f by g of x. What is it? By the definition, f of x divided by g of x provided denominator should not be equal to 0. G of x is not equal to 0. Okay? This is the condition. See, f of x divided by g of x where g of x is not equal to 0. Now, what is f of x? F of x is x plus 1 and g of x is 2x minus 3 and 2x minus 3 is not equal to 0. What does that imply? For which value of x the 2x minus 3 is equal to 0? Yes, 3 by 2. For the value x is equal to 3 by 2, we get 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So, x plus 1 divided by 2x minus 3 provided x is not equal to 3 by 2. This is the required answer. This is how you need to calculate f plus g, f minus g and the quotient f by g. Now moving on to the next problem. Next problem is, the function f is given to be, let f is equal to ordered pair 1, 1, 2, 3 Okay, 0 comma minus 1 and minus 1 comma minus 3. This is the given function. Be a function from z to z, that is set of all integers to the set of all integers, and defined by, it is defined by, they have given the form of f of x, defined by f of x is equal to ax plus b. They have given the form of f of x, ax plus b, where a comma b belongs to the set of all integers. A and b are integers. Determine a and b. Determine a and b. Okay, we are given the function values and also the form of the function. Ax plus b is the form of the function. We need to calculate a and b. A and b both are integers. We need to calculate a and b. See, we are given this much. So, we have 1 comma 1. The first entry 1 comma 1 belongs to f. What does that mean? F of x, f of 1, f of first element is equal to the second element, and moreover we have f of x is equal to ax plus b, right? Substituting that, what we will get? X is 1, so a into 1 plus b is equal to 1, that is a plus b is equal to 1 we get. Okay, now coming to the third one. See, look at those ordered pairs which are easy, like if we have 1, 0 and all, it's very easy to calculate. Okay, look at this. We have 0 comma minus 1 belongs to f. What does that mean? That means that f of 0 is equal to minus 1. What is f of x? F of x is equal to ax plus b. A into x, x is 0, plus b is equal to minus 1. Okay? What does that imply? That implies that b is equal to minus 1. By substituting b is equal to minus 1 in this equation, you will get a. So, a plus b is equal to 1, right? Implies that b is minus 1 plus minus 1 is equal to 1, plus minus is minus. So, what we will get? A is equal to, a minus 1 is equal to 1 I get. So, I will take 1 to the other side, then I will get 1 plus 1 in the right hand side. So, I get a to be equal to 2. Therefore, a is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 1. These are the values of a and b. I hope you are clear with this. Now, coming to the next problem. Next problem is the 9th one. So, we are at the end of the second chapter. I hope you are clear with the whole chapter. If you have any doubts, just go through the video once again and feel free to ask the doubts. Okay? Now, this is the 9th question, 9th one. Let R be a relation from n to n. Let R be a relation. I hope you remember what is a relation, right? It is a subset of A cross B. Relation from n to n. N is set of all natural numbers to a set of all natural numbers, defined by, how is it defined? R is equal to set of all ordered pairs A comma B such that A and B belongs to n, A and B belongs to n, that is A and B are natural numbers, and A is equal to B square. Okay? That is first element is equal to second element's square. Okay? First element is equal to square of the second element. That is how the relation is defined. Are the following true? The first question is, the ordered pair A comma A belongs to the relation R. Ordered pair A comma A belongs to the relation R for all A belongs to M. For all natural numbers, whether A comma A belongs to the relation defined like this. Okay, we need to verify. And second one is A comma B belongs to R, whether it implies that B comma A belongs to the relation R. We need to verify. The third thing is, what we need to do is AB belongs to R. If AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, whether it implies that A comma C belongs to R. Justify. Okay, first we need to say that these three are true. Whether it is true or false, we need to state and we need to justify our answer. See, the relation is given to be set of all ordered pairs AB where A and B are natural numbers and first element is equal to the square of the second element. See, we have natural numbers. Natural number starts with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on, right? So, tell me whether A comma A belongs to this type of relation. That is, ಎರಡು element kuda same. First element and second element must be same. Just verify. See, randomly we can verify. If I take my A to be equal to 1, 1 square is 1 itself. So, what I will get? 1 comma 1 belongs to R. So, we are done in this case. And if I take my A to be equal to 2, then what is my, see, sorry, not A, B, because the first element is square of the second element. I will choose the second element, then according to that I will get the first element. So, if I take B to be equal to 2, then what is my A? A is equal to B square, that is 2 square, 2 square is 4. So, 4 comma 2 belongs to R, but 2 comma 2, whether 2 comma 2 belongs to R? 2 comma 2, see, 2 comma 2, whether 2 comma 2 belongs to R? Belongs to the relation R, whether the first element is equal to square of the second element. What is the square of the second element? Second element is 2, square of the second element is 2 square, that is equal to 4, but 4 is not equal to 2. So, 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation R. So, what does that imply? So, A comma A need not be in this type of relation. Okay, we get that 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation R, but 2 is a natural number, right? So, if I get such a contradiction, then what I can say? I can say that this statement is not true in general. They have given for all A belongs to N, this should be true. Whether it is true? No, because for 2 is a natural number, but 2 comma 2 does not belong to the relation defined like this. So, the first statement, that is A comma A belongs to R for all A belongs to N, is not true, it is false. Okay? Now, coming to the second one. See, if I have A comma B belongs to R, if A comma B belongs to R, what does that imply? That implies that the first element is equal to square of the second element. Okay? Square of the second element. Whether the ordered pair B comma A belongs to R, look at this, 4 comma 2 belongs to R. Clear? Clear? The first element is equal to square of the second element. Okay? So, 4 comma 2 belongs to the relation. Okay? By the definition. Now, whether 2 comma 4 belongs to the relation? Whether 2 comma 4 belongs to the relation? Whether 2 is equal to 4 square? 4 square is 16, which is not equal to 2. So, 2 comma 4 does not belong to 2 comma 4 does not belong to R, and therefore we get that this statement is not true. The second one is also false. Okay. That is A comma B. If A comma B is in R, relation R, that does not imply that B comma A is also in R. Okay. That need not imply B comma A is in R. That's how it is. So, you can give other examples also. If you can take B to be equal to 3, then what happens? 9 comma 3 belongs to R, but 3 comma 9 does not belong to R, since 9 square is equal to 81, which is not equal to 3. Similarly, you can give any other examples. That is the reason. Okay, that is about justifying your answer. So, second statement is also wrong. Now, coming to the third statement. See, look at the third statement. I should have A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. See, I will take my 4 comma 2. 4 comma 2 belongs to R, or I will take both the square numbers only. Then it will be very easy. 16 comma 4 belongs to R, right? Okay, this belongs to R. Why? 16 is equal to 4 square. 4 square. So, I get the 16 comma 4 is an ordered pair in R. And 4 comma 2 also belongs to R. Why? 4 is equal to 2 square. So, 4 comma 2 also belongs to the relation R. Now, whether this 16 comma this 2, whether this belongs to R, whether this belongs to R, look at this. See, whether 16 is equal to 2 square? No, 2 square is 4 and 4 is not equal to 16. So, I get the, this is not true that if I have AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R, that does not imply that A comma C also in R. Okay. So, the third statement is also false. Okay. I hope this is clear for you. Clear? Okay. Now, coming to the next problem. I hope this is clear now. Okay. How? A comma A. If I get only at least one contradiction also, then the statement is not true. Okay. Statement is considered to be false. Okay. So, what you need to do is, you need to find the counter example for that. Okay. I hope you are clear with this. Now, let us move on to the next problem. Okay. Next problem is, see the 10th one, let A is equal to, it is a set 1, 2, 3, 4 consisting of 4 elements 1, 2, 3, 4, and B is a set consisting of 1, 5, 9, 11, 15 and 16. Okay, these are the two sets A and B, and they have given the function f also. F is given to be equal to ordered pair 1 comma 5 and ordered pair 2 comma 9 and the ordered pair 3 comma 1, ordered pair 4 comma 5 and ordered pair 2 comma 1. Okay, they have given, I don't know whether it is a function or not. This is surely, I think it's a relation. Okay, let's check it later. Okay, are the following true? The question is, are the following statements true? The first statement is, F is a relation from A to B. Okay, F is a relation from A to B. This is the first statement. Whether it is right or wrong, we need to verify. And second one is, F is a function. F is a function. F is a function from the same set A to the set B. Justify. You need to justify your answer. Okay. Now, see, look at the elements in the two sets A and B. We have two sets A and B and they have given some set F. Okay. Look at the elements, that is look at the ordered pairs in F. 1, 5, 2, 9, 3, 1, 4, 5, 2, 11. Look at the first element 1. 1 is in the first element. 2 is in the first set. Okay. First element is in the first set. First element is in the first set. 3 is also in the first set. 4 is also in the first set. 2 is also in the first set. Okay. And coming to the second element 5. 5 is in the second set. 9 is in the second set. Okay. 1 is in the second set and 5 is in the second set and 11 is also in the second set. What does that imply? That implies that this F is clearly a subset of A cross B. Clear? Whether it is a subset of A cross B? Do you agree with this? See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, those are all the elements in the first set. And the second 5, 9, 1, 5, 11, those are all the elements in the second set B. What does that imply? That implies that F is a subset of A cross B, and we know that any subset of A cross B is known as relation from A to B. Therefore, we get that F is a relation from A to B. Clear? Okay, F is a relation from A to B. Whether it is a function. See, look at this. Whether it is a function, we should have every element of the first set should have one and only one image. Whether we have one and only one image here, that is two distinct ordered pairs should not have the first element, same first element. Look at the ordered pairs. These two are distinct ordered pairs. These are all distinct ordered pairs. Whether we have same first element. See, here we have 2, here we have 2. Okay, 2, 9 belongs to F and 2, 11 also belongs to F, right? 2, 11 also belongs to F. What does that mean? That means 2 is mapped to 9. At the same time 2 is mapped to 11 also. This thing cannot happen in the case of any function. What does that imply? That implies that F given here is not a function from A to B. So, F is a relation from A to B, but F is not a function from A to B. This is about the 10th problem. Okay. Now, coming to the, I hope this is clear now. Coming to the next problem, let's move on to the next problem. Okay. Next problem is, let F be the subset of Z cross Z. Be the subset of Z cross Z defined by F is equal to A into B, ordered pair A into B, A plus B, where A, B belongs to Z, that is A and B are integers. Okay, this is how they have defined the relation. Okay, see, F is a subset of the Z cross Z, they have given. What does that imply? That implies that F is a relation on Z. Okay, F is a relation on Z. It is defined like this: AB, ordered pair AB, A plus B, where A and B are integers. Okay, is F a function? Is F a function from Z to Z? Whether it is a function, justify. That is the question here. See, look at this. They have given the relation to be set of all ordered pairs AB, A plus B, where A and B are integers. Okay, let's, with the trial, let's see whether it is a function. See, if I have my A to be equal to 0 and B is some different integer. If I take B to be equal to 1, what happens? Ordered pair 0, comma, that is A into B is 0, 0 into 1 is 0, and adding A plus B, second element is adding these two, that is 0 plus 1 is 1. So this element belongs to F. Okay. Similarly, if I take A to be equal to 0 and B to be equal to 3, what happens? See, the first element is A into B, that is 0 into 3, that is 0. Okay. What is the second element? Second element is 0 plus 3. A plus B is the second element. So 0 plus 3 is the second element, that is 3. This also belongs to F. Okay, I can change, I can take any element here. If I take B is equal to 100 also, what I will get? I will get the first element to be equal to 0 and the second element is equal to 100. See, what does that imply? I have different ordered pairs or a distinct ordered pairs with the same first element. What does that imply? This should not happen in a function. So it is not a function. I can give one more example also. If I take A to be equal to some 3, okay, 3, then B to be equal to 2, okay, then what I will get? First element is A into B, that is 6, A plus B is 3 plus 2, that is 5, 6 comma 5 belongs to F, I will get. If I take my A to be equal to 6 and my B to be equal to 1, then also I will get A into B equal to 6, comma A plus B, that is 6 plus 1 is 7, 6 comma 7 also belongs to F. Here also I will get two distinct ordered pairs with the same first element, which should not happen in a function. So I will get that this relation F defined like this is not a function from Z to Z. I hope you are clear. Okay. Now let us move on to the last problem. The last problem of miscellaneous exercise, that is 12th one. Let A is equal to, we have a set, A is equal to 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. These are the elements in the set A, and F be a function may be function from A to N. N is set of all natural numbers A to N, defined by, how is it defined? F of N is equal to, F of N is equal to the highest prime factor of N. Highest prime factor of N is an element from A. Okay, we have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, these number of elements. And how is the function defined? The function is defined to be the highest prime factor. F of N is equal to highest prime factor of N. Whether it is a function, okay, find the range of F. We need to find the range of F. We have 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 as a elements in the set A. Now look at this. If I take my N to be equal to 9, what is the highest prime factor, that prime factor of 9? See, 9. 3 square is 9. 3 is the only prime factor of 9. So what is the highest prime factor? Highest prime factor is 3 itself, right? Okay. If I take my N to be equal to 10, what happens? 10, divide 10. 2 5s are 10, 5 1s are. So 2 and 5 are the two factors and both are prime. Those are the two prime factors of 10. And what is the highest one? 5 is the highest prime factor, right? If I take my N to be equal to 11, see, look at 11. 11 is a prime number, right? So what is the highest prime factor of 11? 11 itself. So F of N is equal to 11 itself, because 11 is a prime and prime is prime number andre it is a number, the only divisors of that number is 1 and that itself, right. So 11 is the highest prime factor of 11. Now coming to the next one, that is 12. What is f of n? 12. Divide 12. Okay. 2 and 3 are the two prime factors of 12, and what is the highest prime factor? 3 is the highest one. So next one, if I take n to be equal to 13, again 13 is a prime number. So what I will get? I will get f of n to be equal to 13 itself. So range of this function is, range of f is equal to the set consisting of all these elements, that is 3, 5, 11, 3, 13. No need to write 3 2 times. Okay, 3, 5, 11, 13. This is the set of, this is the set, range set of the function f. This is how you need to answer these questions. This is about the, so thus we have completed the miscellaneous exercise here. By this, we have completed the second chapter, relations and functions. Thank you.